Hey traders, David Frost, LazyGapTrader.com. In this video, we're talking about day trading. More specifically, we're talking about gap trading and how gap trading is by far the single most consistent and profitable day trading strategy you're going to find across the markets today. I do a couple of things. The first one is I teach a course where traders learn two specific gap trading strategies. The first one is the morning gap trades. This is where stocks that are gapping higher or lower at the open, generally because of a news-related event or earnings announcement, the stocks that are gapping at the open create an opportunity for traders. The opportunity is for traders that can identify a price level where first, the stocks will be drawn to like a magnet, and second, they will have a price reaction from in the other direction. We're going to go over a few of these in detail. The second part of the course is known as the gap fill strategy. When stocks do gap higher or lower at the open, it creates what's called an open gap. At some point in the future, whether it's today or whether it's a year from now, those gaps are likely to be filled. I teach traders how to track them, I give them a tool to track them, and I teach traders how to trade them because, as we know, not all trades are created equal. It all depends on how these stocks come in to fill those gaps, whether the trade is viable and a high probability trade or not. The second thing I do is I give traders an opportunity to get my gap trades each and every morning sent to them at 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 30 minutes before the markets even opened for business. This is today's email that went out, as you can see, at 9:01 a.m. We had 8 potential gap trades on the board today. Now, we don't expect all 8 to hit their specific price levels, but what we do is calculate the highest probability level that will give us that price reaction in the other direction that we're looking for. These are the high probability trades, and they're the only ones we want. We're only interested in taking the trades that come into the specific price level in the manner in which we want in order to produce the highest probability trade and profit scenario that we can. The first one we're going to look at is YY Inc., ticker YY. Gap lower, support levels are $73.11, and then I gave 2 secondary levels if the stock was to trade lower, which it didn't, so we're going to look at this trade in detail. Stop and profit target is about 35 to 65 cents. These are minimum profit targets. The second stock that came into its price level today and produced a trade was Coach, COH, gap lower. Support levels are $41.46 and $39.72. Stop and profit target is about 30 to 55 cents. These are minimum profit targets. These are scalp trades and these are day trades. It's a scalp trade that can certainly turn into a day trade, as you're going to see with YY, the first one on the board. The third one that came into its level today was Advanced Auto Parts, AAP. We're going to talk about this one in detail because it's a great lesson that we can take away from and use in the future. Gap lower, support levels are 91.72, 85.88, and 80.03. Stop and profit target is about 45 to 85 cents. The other stocks on the list, as of the time of this video, did not hit their price levels, so they're off the board until further notice. In fact, the majority of the trades that produce profits are taken within the first hour, maybe 90 minutes of trading. After that, it's unlikely we're going to see a stock hit its price level, and generally, if it happens later in the day, we typically don't want it anyway for reasons discussed in detail in the course. Here's a chart of YY Inc. You can see where the stock closed yesterday at $80.58. The stock was getting creamed a little bit at the open. It came right into our level at $73.11 and bounced immediately and took off to the upside. And as you can see, just in a matter of minutes, the stock was at a high of $76.29, and it even went higher than that. That represents a bounce in just 10 minutes of trading of $3.18. This is where these scalp trades can turn into larger opportunities, larger day trades. In my course, I teach how to turn trades like this into a risk-free, emotionless trade. There's a whole module where I go over precisely how to do that. Because let's face it, in the market, you never know which ones are going to rip higher a minute or two after we buy them. So you want to make sure that you have a strategy to take advantage of that. The second trade today was Coach, closing yesterday at $47.92, getting creamed at the open, came right into the $41.46 level. This is the same level that traders are able to calculate from what they learned in the course. And as you can see, just minutes later, the stock was already at a high of $42.26, representing a bounce of 80 cents on a scalp trade. That's a fantastic trading opportunity in just minutes. And as you can see, the stock came back down, but it doesn't matter. We're out of the trade. I'm telling you right here, right now, there's not a lot of strategies out there that can teach you how to identify a specific price where these stocks are going to have a reaction in the other direction. We do it day in, day out. You can go on this YouTube channel and see hundreds of trades. Now, the next one was AAP, Advanced Auto Parts. I'm going to take this opportunity to do a little tiny lesson that'll help traders that are trading the gaps. I've taken it down to a 1-minute chart, and you'll see what happened. In the first minute of the day, the stock made a low of 91.85 and had a bounce. In the next minute of the day, it made a high of 92.75. That's a dollar bounce from where it made the first low in the first minute. That's the bounce we were looking for. And so what happened was the stock came back down and did not react at the 91.72 because it already went there. It missed by a few pennies and had the type of reaction we were looking for. In my course, I teach specifically what to do with these trades and what not to do with these trades in great detail. But wait, there's more. We're back on a 10-minute chart, and you'll see the second level identified was 85.88, and that level really didn't work either, and I want to explain why. The stock came close in this candle, making a low of 86.52. Now, that's not as close as the first minute of the day. However, what you can see here is that the stock consolidated for about an hour over this level. And that in and of itself changes the trade. It changes the risk profile of the trade. Let me use an analogy, and I may be dating myself, but we'll use an analogy of Evel Knievel. Take a guy on a motorcycle that's going to jump a series of cars riding up a ramp and coming down the other side. Consider that he's picking up speed, he's heading towards the ramp, and then he realizes he really doesn't have enough speed, so he peels off and wants to try it again. So he backs up and he goes for the ramp one more time, and he goes through the ramp, up over the cars, and down the other side. That's similar to what happens here. The stock was heading towards the 85.88 level. It consolidated for a while, making what I like to call a bearish wedge pattern. So it went slightly higher. And then when it headed toward the 85.88, it had enough power to get through. Had it got there on the first or second candle of the day, it would have most likely had the bounce we were looking for. Because it consolidated for a while, it had enough energy to trade right through it. I teach this in the course, and it's very similar to what we just learned on the 1-minute chart at the 91.72 level. Same concept. We want stocks that come straight into the levels that we calculate as the highest probability levels. We don't want them to consolidate. We don't want them to miss by a hair and come back down. We want a straight shot. That's your best opportunity for the type of bounce and profit we're looking for. If you want to learn a strategy that you can use each and every day for the rest of your trading career, come over to LazyGapTrader.com. You can learn everything you need to know in order to trade the gaps successfully. I'm David Frost, Lazy Gap Trader. Thanks for tuning in, folks.